the end of the bat. Wilson is there. Flip to Uni B. The throw first in time. Throw to the plate. And Kemp is out. Triple play. Now the throw to the plate from Harrison. Got a chance. Oh, he's out home. Braun in the left center field. He's watching this one go. That is way back. And gone. There's a line drive, and there's your ball game. A line out and another double play, and this one ends fittingly tonight.
Boy, you saw it all on Monday, the celebration of a newfound victory on Monday, highlighted by that triple play, 4 double plays. In the end, Corey Hart and company, a 6-game lead now in the National League Central Division, and that's where we begin tonight at Miller Park for Game 2 of our 4-game series between the Dodgers and your first place Milwaukee Brewers. They're packing in Miller Park again tonight. 2 right-handers on the mound. LA's Chad Billingsley against Giovanni Gallardo, who looks for a career-high tying 14th win and his first career victory against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi, everybody. Craig Kashan back on the broadcast here on Fox Sports Wisconsin. The Crew 17-2 over their last 19 games, and lately they've been low scoring, but that's been okay for the Brewers, a sign of good pitching and maybe great pitching. When you go back over the last 28 games, the starters have posted a 13-5 record and an ERA of only 2.52. That's the best winning percentage and ERA in the majors during that time. So it's no wonder this team is winning left and right. Giovanni Gallardo aims now to keep them low again tonight. Ryan Braun has answered when called upon over the last 2 games. B.A. and Rock tell us what he has in store for another win tonight.
On Fox Sports Wisconsin is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. By Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Taste greatness. By AT&T. And brought to you by Toyota, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Brewers and the Toyota territory at Miller Park. Miller Park, the homestand continues, and what a homestand it has been in front of these big crowds. And Ryan Braun trying to do something no Brewer has ever done. That's win a batting title. He's up to 328. Jose Reyes, the current leader on the disabled list. Reyes at 336. We also have Matt Kemp in this series with the Dodgers. He's making a run at a batting championship as well. And hi, everybody. We welcome you back from Miller Park. Great to have you with us today. Bill Schroeder along with Brian Anderson. Great homestand at this point. The Brewers swept the Pirates. They won last night in thrilling fashion, and now they'll have another day with the Dodgers, Rock. They're trying to make it 5 straight. And Milwaukee's getting great production now from their stars, and Ryan Braun is putting together quite a homestand.
He's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, just when you think this guy's going to go into the tank for a while, it's only about 3 days, and he's right back at it. On Sunday, in the win against the Pirates, he got 2 of the 5 hits, including this hit against their closer Hanrahan with 2 outs in the 9th inning to tie it up. And then last night, the only 2 hits off of Ted Lilly all night long through 7 innings was a 4th inning home run on an 0-2 pitch. So Ryan Braun certainly has been able to get it done. He impresses you every single day, and it's amazing how this guy can be so consistent, and he continues to do it.
One of those special talents that comes along every so often, but Braun, you see where he ranks since making his major league debut in May of '07. Only Albert Pujols tops him on the first 3 lines on this list. He's up there at RBIs as well at 151 career home runs already in just 5 seasons in the major leagues, and he's having a huge homestand. He's 7 for 13 with 2 homers. And now the Brewers will give the ball to Yovani Gallardo. He'll match up against the Dodgers as Milwaukee tries to stay hot, keep that lead in the National League Central. Baseball coming up next on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Anderson, Bill Schroeder, great to have you with us. How about the Brewers? 45 wins, 15 losses. They have the best record at home in all of baseball. And as a matter of fact, it's the first team since 1998 to win 45 of their first 60 games. The Yankees and the Padres did that in '98, and those 2 teams met in the World Series that year. A lot of superlatives right now with the Milwaukee Brewers. Not so much with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And Don Mattingly putting this lineup out today. It's brought to you by Piggly Wiggly. Former Brewer Tony Gwynn Jr. leads off. Casey Blake, Andre Ethier. In the middle, it's Kemp, Rivera, and Miles. Barajas, Carroll, and Billingsley round out the Dodger 9 against Yovani Gallardo. Gallardo, a 13-game winner. 13-8 with a 3.67 earned run average, and hoping for a bounce back start here tonight against Los Angeles. Tony Gwynn Jr. back in familiar territory, and this time as a member of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Home plate umpire tonight is Mike Everett. Chris Cuccione, Mike McClensky, and Mike Winters on the base paths. Bunch of Mikes in blue here tonight. Crew chief is Mike Winters in case we need a replay or a review tonight. There's a strike for Gallardo. Gwynn and Gallardo coming up in the minor leagues together and certainly know each other well. Gwynn familiar with his lineup and they with him. Ball and 2 strikes, and there's a half swing. He goes. Lucroy secures it at first, and a good way to start the night for Giovanni Gallardo, partner. And the Farmers Insurance report card on Gallardo.
Yeah, looking to tie a career high with his 14th win here tonight. Didn't really have as good stuff as last time out against the Cardinals in a loss to St. Louis. But the previous 4 starts before that, very good. He's been very good here at Miller Park this year, 8-1.
Only Zach Greinke with a better home record. Greinke is 8-0 here at Miller Park. This pitching staff just keeps rolling. Randy Wolf last night, 8 shutout innings. Has gone 16 innings in his last 2 starts and just 1 earned run. Some kind of ball game last night. Hope you had a chance to catch the game or at least catch some of the highlights. The Brewers won the game 3-0. It was a combined shutout from Randy Wolf and John Axford. The story was the Brewers defensively, turning a triple play and 4 double plays in last night's game. Never seen anything like it.
Yep, in and out at home plate on a base hit. And Jerry Hairston Jr. throwing out a base runner at home. And defense picking up pitching, and sometimes it's the other way around.
Casey Blake into right, and right there is Corey Hart. Out number 2 for Gallardo. Now the Brewers defensively tonight. Nigel Morgan is back in there, flanked by Braun and Hart. And then it's McGee, Betancourt, Jerry Hairston, Prince Fielder around the horn. Jonathan Lucroy back in the starting lineup tonight after homering in a pinch hit appearance last night. So with the right-handed starter on the mound, Morgan back in center field, and Jerry Hairston gets a start at second base. Hairston had a great game last night in center field. Couple of fantastic catches, including that throw out at home plate.
And he also caught a line drive. He dove and got a double play at first base. Josh Wilson at second base yesterday with a big defensive night. Brewers are finding many different ways to win ball games these days, doing the little things well.
Now Milwaukee 20 games over 500. To start play today as Ethier goes down the line. Look at Fielder. Can he finish it off? You bet. The tide keeps turning for the Milwaukee Brewers defensively. Even the big man getting into the act. Prince Fielder, a great play to get us started tonight. 3 up, 3 down inning for Gallardo. Ethier to end the first inning, and the defensive success continues here tonight. Piggly Wiggly batting order for Ron Renicky, Hart, Morgan, and Braun. You've got Fielder, McGee, and Betancourt in the middle, with Hairston, Lucroy, and Gallardo rounding it out. Against right-hander Chad Billingsley, also a 10-game winner this season. He is 10-9 with a 4.19 earned run average.
Well, he made a start against the Brewers last May. He took a loss, 4 runs in 6 innings. He's not been very good away from Dodger Stadium this year. 5-5 with a 5.53 earned run average.
Well, Corey Hart steps in with 18 home runs on the year. He has been very productive from that leadoff spot, and he homered last night. Brewers got 3 solo home runs last night. Braun, Lucroy, and Corey Hart. And Lucroy and Hart went deep in the 8th inning, stretching the Brewer lead from 1-0 to 3-0. Wolf the winner. Axford saved his 35th last night. His Hart over to third. Casey Blake makes a nice play for out number 1.
Well, the defense continues to shine. This time Prince Fielder going down the line. Ethier hitting this one pretty well, but look at the big man angling back. That was a fair ball and a nice backhand flip to Yo. Good start to the first inning for Milwaukee. Well done, Prince. Just another day at the office for Prince. No real reaction to it. There it is. I got it. No problem.
Might not have been reaction from Fielder. There was great reaction from the Brewer dugout between innings. Prince says, "What's everybody so excited about?"
I had it all the way.
Nigel Morgan back in the starting lineup. This is what the dugout looked like. Fielder went in, no problem, and they were on him quickly.
Yeah, Prince made a nice play last night to start a double play.
Yeah, that. Well, he was a part of 2 double plays and the triple play, of course. He caught a line drive and stepped on first for the game-ending double play last night. Who'd have thought Prince Fielder was going to be more involved with his glove than with his bat? But that was the case last night. 2-2 on Morgan. We check the Dodgers defensively. A very good defensive team. Only 64 errors this year. Gwen, Kemp, and Ethier. You've got Blake Carroll, Miles, and Rivera around the horn, with Rod Barajas catching Chad Billingsley. Morgan back up the middle. Diving stop. Carroll to his feet. The throw is in time. No! The ball pops free. Morgan is safe. Rivera had it in his glove and it popped out.
Now, what a play by Jamie Carroll up the middle. That was a heck of a play, going up, ranging far up towards second base, and able to get up and get off a pretty good throw. That's a heck of a play, and a baseball that's got to be caught. That'll probably be an E1, or I should say an E3. If he catches it, he's out.
Carroll making a terrific stop. Should have been an out. And Rivera coming over to the Dodgers from the Blue Jays will pick up his 2nd error of the season. Now Ryan Braun with Nigel Morgan at first. You know, we talked about Braun in the open tonight. He is certainly headline worthy. He continues to put up monster numbers. Now at .328 for the season. 23 homers, 78 driven in. Braun did it all last night. He had the only 2 hits Ted Lilly gave up in Lilly's 7 innings. One of them was a home run.
That bit a home run on a pitch up around the letters, and he got a base hit on a pitch that was down around the shoe tops. So covering all areas of home plate.
Yeah, this home run, Powerball home run number 23, came on an 0-2 pitch. Matter of fact, both of his hits against Lilly last night on 2-strike pitches.
And what a fastball, what a changeup. Hard or soft, in or out, doesn't matter for Ryan Braun. It's been that kind of season, been that kind of career, really.
Braun lays off. 2 balls and a strike on Ryan. Also had a stolen base last night, so his stolen base numbers matching his home run numbers. Braun now 7 for 13 on the homestand. 2 of those 7 hits home runs. He has 4 driven in. But you can say with certainty that this season being put together outside of the success of Braun and Fielder, you know they were going to get theirs. They're having terrific years, MVP type seasons. But when the Brewers caught fire, it has been the supporting cast as Braun delivers another hit. That's his 8th hit on the homestand. This is just the 5th game of the homestand. First and second with 1 out for Prince Fielder.
That's amazing. It seems every time Ron Rennie gives Braun a day off, he starts on fire. And there's a cutter that was supposed to be away. Left it middle in, and Braun able to get the end of the bat on it. And Billingsley will predominantly stay with the hard stuff to right-handed batters. You know, fastballs and cutters. You know, to left-handers will mix it up a little bit more.
So here is Fielder with 2 on. And Prince takes a strike at the top of the strike zone. Powerball home run leaderboard for the Brewers this season. Got home runs from Hart, Lucroy, and Braun last night. Braun now 23. Corey with 18. Brewers have a great chance, realistic chance, to have 4 players with 20 or more home runs in their everyday lineup. Little tapper in front of the plate, and Billingsley will go to first. 2 outs in the inning. Fielder off the end of the bat once again. He's been pulling off a little bit the last couple of games. Both runners advance. 2 gone in the inning for McGee.
Yeah, Billingsley has some run on his fastball when he keeps it away. You got to hang in there. Sometimes he'll backdoor it to left-handers. That time Prince rolling over on one. We talked about Billingsley mixing it up a little more to left-handed batters. He started him out with a curveball.
Well, Billingsley was projected to be a top of the rotation pitcher for the Dodgers. Hasn't turned out that way yet. Clayton Kershaw is their ace. Kershaw is putting together a Cy Young type season. He'll be on the mound Thursday. There's Kershaw. He'll be pitching against Marco Estrada Thursday afternoon here at Miller Park.
Hey, leads the league in innings pitched and strikeouts. He's a good one.
Well, Casey McGee with an early chance to put the Brewers on the board. Second and third, 2 gone. Down in the dirt, good block by Barajas. Keeps Morgan over at third base. Well, the Dodgers, a down club right now, a down organization. They come into play with a record 10 games under 500 at 55 and 65. They're 12.5 back. They slipped to 4th in their division behind the Arizona Diamondbacks. Don Mattingly has a very tough road schedule with his club the rest of the way. So you know the Brewers would like to put some stakes on the board early.
Yeah, the Dodgers are in the middle of a stretch where they played 21 of 27 on the road. And the Brewers have fortunately been through that portion of their schedule, the tough road schedule. It's been all about lack of offense for Don Mattingly and the Dodgers this year. Just have not found any consistency around Matt Kemp.
3 balls and a strike on McGee. That one's on the outside corner, right at the top of the strike zone. 3-2 the count, according to Fox Tracks. Renicky, the former Dodger player, managed in the Dodgers minor league system. He was part of the old Dodger way, that tight-knit Dodger family that they had for years. McGee fouls it away.
And Ron Renicky moving himself into that manager of the year discussion, the way the Brewers have been playing.
He certainly does not seem fazed by a pennant race. He has been a part of many pennant races at the major league level, not as a manager, but as a coach, as a bench coach. He knows the drill. That one just missed. Close pitch. McGee draws the walk. And the bases are loaded here in the first inning for Milwaukee.
And the 62nd walk issued by Billingsley. That's 5th most in the National League. So if you can be patient with this guy, you can make him throw some pitches. There's a cutter that just missed a bit down in the zone. It had the corner, but a little bit low. On that angle, looked like a strike.
So the bases loaded for Yuniesky Betancourt. The proper way, I guess. Are you in yet, partner? He was 0 for the old way.
Yeah, well, he was 0 for the new way, actually.
Oh, no, we didn't go the new way yesterday.
No, we didn't?
We just introduced that notion.
We talked about it every time he was up.
If you weren't with us, Uni was passing along the actual proper pronunciation of his name. The T is silent at the end of his name. So it's not Betancourt. As he fouls one back. You can do it, Rock.
Uni's been swinging the bat well. Let's just put it that way.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's what's on his glove, Uni.
That keeps me safe.
He certainly has. In his first 74 games, he was hitting .224. In his last 48 games, he's hitting .329. And that combines for a .268 batting average. Uni has 4 grand slams in his career. 9 home runs this season. And a home run Saturday against the Pirates. And a swing and a miss. Billingsley strikes him out. And the Brewers strand the bases loaded in the first inning, but they get a lot of work out of Billingsley in the first. We head to the second. No score.
Dodgers and Brewers at Miller Park, and it's been Brewers Community Foundation Week all week long, filled with events involving the community and the Brewers' wives. And I'm joined by a Brewer wife, Emily Greinke, Zach Greinke's wife. And Emily, how have you been involved in this week so far?
We've had a lot of great events going on. We had the mystery bag sellout even before the game started. We are really lucky with the great fans we have and how they contribute to our community as well. And I've also been lucky to go help out at the Sojourner Peace Center, take dinner there, and we had that great stuffing of the baskets event. That went off well, where we had our husband's favorite things, so we probably got World of Warcraft if somebody got my husband's basket, but you know, it's been a great success. We're really glad with the fans and everybody that's here.
This is your first year being a part of the BCF. Just talk a little bit about how it's been for you and Zach just getting adapted to the community.
It's been a fun change. I mean, these fans are really into everything, and we really appreciate it and love it. Zach and I have been lucky enough to contribute to the YMCA. We had 1,800 kids come out for a game. We have this event going on right now where you can go bid on an experience. Go to brewers.com. It's open until 11:59 tonight. And it's just another great way to help out the community and for the fans to get great experiences with the players.
Well, Emily, thanks for your time, and good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, that's Emily Grinke, BA. We'll be out here all night, and like she said, the auction will be going on all night, but that's only one of many fundraising events throughout this week.
All right, thanks a lot, Telly. Thanks to Emily Grinke. And there is the board. And I got to be honest, it's a little disappointing there, number 11. $525 if you carry it over. Rock, that's our auction item.
A lunch with me and you.
And it's the lowest on the board.
Yeah, but $525, that's pretty good, though, for lunch. I know we can do better than that. I think we should add some things as the night goes on.
Is there anything you can, at this moment, offer to sweeten the pot a little bit? Perhaps we could have them do the booth during the game.
Trip to the booth, yeah. Trip to the booth, maybe a trip on the field for batting practice real quick.
Okay, so those are two things right there. But aren't the people who are auctioning here at the ballpark?
I don't think they have to be. I mean, they can be online.
Oh, they can go online?
Yeah.
That's right. Emily said that. So, look, we don't want to finish in last place. That's all we're saying. We're going to go ahead and beg at this point.
No. We just keep adding things. You have BA come over and cut your grass.
Yeah, I just got a new lawnmower. It's nice. Well, I've had it for 5 years, but it's still brand new. It's never been out.
It's nice that you did that for the guy that cut your grass. Or gal.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing how much money we can raise tonight and throughout Brewers Community Foundation Week. I was kind of digging the snowblower that Marcus Hanel broke out yesterday. That was a nice Brewer motif snowblower. And by the way, Marcus Hanel has agreed to wear a microphone for us tomorrow. So we're going to tap into the bullpen tomorrow with bullpen catcher Marcus Hanel.
Yeah, that snowblower is signed by all the Brewer players and coaches.
Runner at first, Kemp with a single, and Rivera fouls this one away. Juan Rivera, the former Angel, he was traded to the Dodgers from the Blue Jays. Part of that Vernon Wells deal that sent Rivera from the Angels to Toronto this offseason. That big trade that sent Wells to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. But he has made his way back to Southern California now as a Dodger. He's been swinging the bat well in Los Angeles.
Chance to win an autograph.
Hey, there's a snowblower.
Come on, here we go. Come on now. One for $5.
Marcus Hanel and Ed Cedar and Joe Crawford out there.
Eddie's a perfect guy for that. I mean, nobody's voice carries better than Eddie Cedar.
And he's got the shame factor, too, that he kind of puts on you. Kind of like you do in the auctions that we have, the live auctions.
And look him in the eye and say, come over here and bid on this thing.
So that I think that snowblower raised almost $3,000.
That's good work that Marcus and his family do each and every year.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow's broadcast to get some of the inside bullpen talk, the stuff we can air.
Yeah, those guys are going to be on their best behavior, I guarantee. They don't want anybody to know what goes on down there. They're going to be nice, but it'll be fun.
Well, it'll be a fly on that wall. Well, Gallardo with a full count to Rivera. Not Kemp over at first. He takes off, swing and a miss. Throw to second. Short hops, and Kemp is in with a stolen base. A good throw, maybe had a chance to get him. As Kemp steals number 32 on the year. His career best is 35.
He has a big lead, a pretty good jump. He looks in this time. He didn't do that last night. Had he done that, he would have been able to get to third base. Josh Wilson deking him, and that set up that triple play.
So Kemp is at second base. A strikeout on Rivera, second strikeout for Gallardo, and here is Aaron Miles. And that goes right between the legs of Lucroy. Kemp over to third. That's a big play to get a runner at third base with just one out.
Yep, the glove came up and the ball stayed down, and that's what happens when you don't keep that glove down on the ground. Right there, right through the 5-hole. Yeah, curveball.
Well, that changes the complexion of the inning here. Renicky forced to bring his infield in with Aaron Miles at the plate. Opens up a lot more scoring opportunities with a runner at third. And that one's outside. Kemp had a huge lead. Lucroy, a good thought to chase him back. Thought for a minute there Kemp was coming home on a squeeze bunt with that size of a lead.
He's always looking to take that extra base. The ball pops away a little bit. He's going to head home. It's been that kind of year for the Dodgers scoring runs. They do anything to get a run across.
There's a strike. Fastball from Gallardo. Aaron Miles, he's bounced around a little bit in his career. His best years coming as a St. Louis Cardinal. Found a good niche over there with Tony La Russa and the Redbirds.
Good utility man. He can switch hit. Always give you a good at bat. Hit around 300.
Three balls and a strike on Miles. Miles now 34 years of age. We saw him with the Cubs 2 years ago. He returned to the Cardinals last year. First season as a Dodger. He's been getting a lot of playing time. Ton of injuries with the middle infielders of the Dodgers as Miles fouls it back. 3-2.
Cut fastball by Gallardo, able to get under his hands that time. And you know, for Miles, he sees that pitch out of Yo's hand. It looks like a fastball, and he ate him up with it. 80 miles, or should say 90 miles an hour. Yo's got the fastball up around 94 tonight. Velocity for Gallardo down a bit in his last start against the Cardinals. Velocity down, location not what it's been.
Infield end 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled away.
Hey, join Foley and Lardner in striking out hunger in Milwaukee. Support Foley and Lardner's Cans for a Cause, benefiting Hunger Task Force by bringing canned goods to the Saturday, September 10th Brewers game at Miller Park.
Miles, a tough hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a bouncer, and that is through the drawn in infield, and that's what you're afraid of. So that wild pitch comes back to get the Brewers. A run is in for the Dodgers on a base hit RBI for Aaron Miles.
And that's what Aaron Miles will do for you. You don't really have to worry too much about power. He's got 1 home run this year, but tough guy to strike out, and he becomes a very tough hitter in these situations where just putting the bat on the baseball with a drawn in infield with a big hole in there, not much range, and he sneaks one into left. The Dodgers on top. I'll tell you, the Brewers have not played from behind too often on this homestand.
So many low scoring games on this homestand for Milwaukee. Think about this. The Brewers have given up just 1 run to the opponent over the last 3 games. They shut out the Dodgers last night, a 2-1 victory on Sunday, and had a 1-0 win on Saturday.
That's pretty good. You score 6 runs in 3 games and win them all. It's not something that you can do without very good pitching.
Well, until tonight, in the first 4 games of the homestand, the Brewers had only plate from behind once. That was Sunday afternoon. The Pirates scored, you might remember, in the first inning. Brewers would come back to tie that game in the 8th. That Ryan Braun single to tie it, and then Nyjer Morgan's sac fly won it in 10. Another foul out of play. Rod Barajas quickly down 0-2 in the count. High and tight, ball and 2 strikes. Barajas splitting time with Yonder Navarro for the Dodgers. Barajas from the Los Angeles area. Well, you wonder what the Dodgers are going to do this offseason. How active will they be in the trade market, the free agent market? A lot of uncertainty with the organization. Right off the end of the bat, Gallardo has 1 play. That's first base. Barajas retired, and 2 gone in the inning. Miles advances to second. Players say they don't think about it much, but it has to be on their minds when there's such a swirl of activity around the Dodger organization, off the field, the ownership situation.
Well, certainly it's got to affect free agents that come into Los Angeles, that's for sure. Dodgers weren't able to do much in the offseason this year because of all the uncertainty with respect to the financial situation, the big divorce going on with the McCourts. Just a big mess in LA. That's a shame.
Well, you're starting to hear a lot of names surface as potential owners. Right now, Major League Baseball is running the Dodgers. I even heard Magic Johnson's name surface recently. But there's a lot of legal work to do before a sale of a ball club. And if you're Frank McCourt, he's still the owner of the Dodgers. He wants to be the owner of the Dodgers, and they're going to have to unravel all of that.
Yeah, he's not going to go away quietly either.
Now Mark Atanacio's name continues to come up in the rumors with the Dodgers, and Mark emphatically says he's got a team that he's very happy with.
Absolutely. He has dashed those rumors very quickly.
It first came up last year. See Mark sitting there with Jim Gray, his wife Debbie behind him. There's a nice pickup by Lucroy. So a ball and 2 strikes. Gallardo trying to get through this second inning. A run is in. Matt Kemp started it with a single. He stole second. Advanced to third on a wild pitch. And then Miles singled him home with a drawn in infield. And down he goes. Carroll takes a called strike 3. Gallardo with 3 strikeouts. But the Dodgers score. The Brewers play from behind. We head to the bottom of the second. Hairston, Lucroy, Gallardo coming up. At Miller Park, and a reminder, Sundays on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Join Tom Brokaw for Boys in the Hall. The personal stories of some of baseball's greatest legends. This week it's Larry Doby. Boys in the Hall Sundays presented by Subway, restaurants where winners eat. Check it out, Rock. Dinner with me and you. Oh, we have movement.
I'm surprised it didn't go down after what we said. Actually, that's already part of the package. So that really didn't do much for it.
You didn't exactly sweeten the pot. You basically sold the tires that were on it.
Right. It's not nothing. Thanks for nothing.
But it still went up.
I tell you, I have been given the go-ahead, though, from our producer to whoever wins that package.
Yes.
Pick one person, and they can help us with the on-field instructional one night.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So make them a TV star.
So you get an appearance on television.
Right, on the on-field instructional after a game.
Okay.
We will sweeten the pot in that fashion.
Now, are you sure that's not already in there?
I guarantee it.
Okay. All right, good. It is now. Hairston back up the middle, a base hit. Jerry Hairston making the most of his playing time. Had a hit in his final at-bat last night, and a hit in his first plate appearance here tonight. Leadoff single for Milwaukee.
Yeah, we were talking about Aaron Miles and how good of a contact hitter he is, and you can throw Jerry Hairston Jr. in that mix as well. He will give you an at-bat that is based on the game situation, and a guy with decent speed, not a base burner by any stretch, but a good base runner.
Well, Ron Renicky was telling us when the Brewers acquired Hairston from the Washington Nationals that he will bring a lot of versatility, but he also brings that intangible, that energy. He's an energetic guy, likes to talk a lot, keeps his teammates up. He kind of fits in that role with Niger and Carlos Gomez.
Prince.
Prince is that way.
Prince high energy.
Well, he has been a good pickup for Milwaukee. Here is Lucroy. He homered last night. Jonathan hit his 9th home run of the year. It was a pinch hit home run for Lucroy, and it was a big one. It was a 1-0 game when Lucroy stepped up in the 8th, knocked one out of here, gave the Brewers a little cushion. Axford ended up with a 3-run lead as he picked up the save. And if you missed it, Jonathan Lucroy delivers one deep to left center. And how about the reaction from Lucroy? You don't see that very often from the mild-mannered Brewer catcher, but he knew he got it.
He got all that one. He was impressed with that one himself. That was a 2-0 fastball. And coming right off the bench, knocking one deep over that bullpen.
I was talking to Lucroy earlier today. I asked him about the little bat toss there, and said, I've never seen you do that. He goes, I've never hit one where I've known it's out.
Right on the screws.
I'm always dropping the bat and running as fast as I can. Well, Lucroy has power, and he has power to all fields. That was his first home run since the Houston series in Houston, when he went deep to right. He's a good hitter. Lucroy at 287. Figures only to get better as the game behind the plate, the game plan part of it, becomes more natural to him, more comfortable for him. And as his experience grows back there, you figure his offense is only going to continue to spike. And there's a good at bat. Lucroy draws a walk. Good start for Milwaukee. 2 on to start this inning.
And September 9th, that's a Friday, is Time Warner Cable Customer Appreciation Night at Miller Park. Find a buy one, get one free Terrace ticket voucher for that game with your most recent Time Warner Cable statement. That's good while supplies last. Tickets are going to be hard to come by in September, so I would urge everyone to get theirs quickly.
Pennant race baseball in Milwaukee. Brewers open up a 6-game lead in the Central Division. After that win last night, Cardinals lost in Pittsburgh. Pirates and the Cardinals all tied up here tonight as Gallardo bunts through a fastball.
Yep, 3-3 in the 7th. Chris Carpenter making a start for the Cardinals tonight.
That game is in Pittsburgh. Cardinals and the Brewers have very similar schedules the rest of the season. If you put together the full schedule for each team, it all combines out as an under 500 opponent schedule. As Gallardo takes a strike, and it's 0-2. Not sure that means much in baseball this time of year, especially when you get to September. You start to get a lot of new players, fresh faces up for the minor leagues. And scouting can be tough with a team in a pennant race and a team that's not contending.
And the teams that really don't have much to lose, those can be the most dangerous opponent. Nothing really on the line other than jobs for next year.
Gallardo gets a good bunt down. The only play is first base. Well done with 2 strikes. Sacrifice bunt. That is number 5 for Gallardo, and the runners advance to second and third.
Yeah, we were talking about that on Brewers Live, talking about the little things the Brewers have been doing lately. Dropping down sack bunts. Since July 26th, the most sack bunts of any team in the National League. And because of that, you advance base runners. They also lead the National League in that stretch in sacrifice flies. How about this bunt by Yo? A good curveball. The barrel drops, but he's able to deaden it right in front of home plate. The intangibles, the little things that separates wins from losses.
Saw Gallardo limping a little bit. Athletic trainer Dan Wright quickly to Gallardo. Hopefully that's not something serious. Let's take a look at Gallardo running down the line, see if we see anything. Well, a good bunt, and we'll wait and see if Gallardo is going to be able to return. Second and third, 1 away, and Hart, that's off his leg. It's a foul ball. Foul ball, says Mike Everett. Every team dealing with injuries at this time of the year, this long season. You get into the final month, final 6 weeks. A lot of the contending teams with injuries to deal with. The Brewers had a lot of injuries early, and then a flurry of injuries right after the All-Star break with their center fielder Carlos Gomez and Ricky Weeks, their All-Star second baseman. Looks like Gallardo's all right. He's back on the bench. Ricky Weeks, Carlos Gomez, they'll be joining the club on the road trip. Hopefully back by September. I was seeing where the Giants still without Carlos Beltran after that big acquisition from the Mets. They were hoping Beltran would be that big bat. Pablo Sandoval fouled one off his foot yesterday. He might miss a couple of games.
And the Brewers going into Citi Field this weekend.
Different looking Mets ball club. No K-Rod, no Beltran, and Reyes on the disabled list. 2-2 to Hart. Runners at second and third with 1 out. And a bouncing ball to third. That is a fair ball. Long throw in the dirt and dug out by Rivera. Run scores. Hairston scores on the ground out, and it's all tied up.
And a good job by Corey, able to even the count and get a pitch that he's able to roll down the line. A good base running by Jerry Hairston, getting a good jump and no play at home. So the Brewers able to tie it up in their half of the second. And a good pick over there by Rivera. That wasn't an easy play at first base.
Hard with his 45th run batted in. Comes on a ground out. And that sacrifice bunt by Gallardo pays off. Here is Morgan now with a runner at third and 2 out. Dodgers get a run on the top of the second. Brewers answer here in the home half. And Morgan trying to give Gallardo an early lead with a base hit. Down the left field line foul, slicing in the seats. The Cardinals and the Brewers. Here's what's coming up for both teams. The Cardinals currently in Pittsburgh, then they go to Wrigley Field, a rivalry there with the Cubs, and then home against the Dodgers and the Pirates. Meanwhile, the Brewers here against the Dodgers, they go to New York and Pittsburgh, and that'll be a 7-game road trip in all, 7 games in 6 days, and then home against the Cubs. The schedule's fairly similar. The Brewers will have a series with the Phillies. If you're looking at some of the contenders that they'll play in the remaining schedule, of course, they have that home and home still with the St. Louis Cardinals. As Morgan takes a call at strike 3, snuck a fastball by him. And the inning is over, but the Brewers tie it. We go to the 3rd. Wisconsin is presented by Piggly Wiggly, the official supermarket of Fox Sports Wisconsin. By Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, your ticket to more. And by Subway. Try our $5 featured footlong of the month. Subway, where winners eat. Back at Miller Park, Giovanni Gallardo all even up, 1 apiece. And we are pleased to be joined by Doug Melvin, the Brewers general manager. And a lot of news to discuss. We actually had Doug scheduled for yesterday. We thought today might be a better day. You were kind of busy yesterday signing draft picks, and we want to get your take on the signees. You got your first 2 picks signed last night, right at the deadline, I understand.
Yeah, our 12th pick, Taylor Youngman out of the University of Texas. 15th pick, Jed Bradley out of Georgia Tech. And yeah, we we spent all day in the war room, and thinking about negotiating with the representatives, and when it came down to it, we really didn't do a whole lot until the final half hour, and it really came down to about 3 minutes left when we got the final deal done. And having to sign 2 guys was a little more difficult than just having to sign 1. And the one that Greg Genske, the agent who represented Jed Bradley, he had about 6 players that he signed in the last 20 minutes. Wow. So I know some of the agents on the other end were even busier than the ball clubs.
Well, I'm glad to see that these guys signed, and they will not get their professional career started during this baseball season, but perhaps in the fall with the instructional league, or maybe the fall league, perhaps. Huh?
Yeah, we're going to try to we're going to make arrangements to have them come here into Milwaukee, the next homestand, and then we'll get together with our player development staff, Reed Nichols, Lee Tunnel, and see what the best program is to get them started. They'll either be instructional league, Arizona Fall League. There's a junior fall league that they could participate in also. But they were college pitchers, and they both had pretty heavy workloads this year. So we, taking the time off isn't a bad thing. We'd like to have gotten them started earlier, but getting them signed is the most important thing, and they're two big physical guys that were highly regarded. They really were, back in January, were considered probably in the top 7 or 8 pitchers, but then teams, make decisions. Some of the teams went to go high school players instead, but we're happy to have two big physical pitchers like this.
Are these guys, pretty much fast track guys, or are you just kind of move them along easier, just see how it works out?
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. Ideally, it's I'm a big believer in taking a level at a time, but they are guys that probably a little more advanced the schools that they went to. Some of the players, Deck McGuire with the Blue Jays was a teammate of Jed Bradley's at Georgia Tech, and he's in Double-A, and he was in last year's draft. So they're the kind of guys that could move a little bit quicker than obviously the high school players, but it's still a big jump to go from the minor leagues to the big leagues.
Well, while we're at it, just can you give us a summary of the minor leagues right now and how you see this organization? I know you're involved in a pennant race here at the big league level, and that's why you put it all together. But the minor league system has turned out some pretty good talent this year.
Yeah, I think that there's some people think that we're a little bit thin in talent, but we have a pretty good system. You don't make trades for Zach Greinke and Niger Morgan and Sean Markham unless you have a good player development and scouting staff to produce those kind of players. Even getting players, Jerry Hairston over here. So we got the depth and prospects. Nashville club, Don Money and Sandy Guerrero, Chris Bosio, they have that club playing very good baseball. They're one of the hottest minor league teams in all of baseball. And Taylor Green and Matt Gamble are performing very well offensively down there. Taylor playing third base, Matt at first base, and Maldonado, our catcher, performed very well, has moved up from Double-A. Caleb Gindle's only 22 years of age, and he's at Triple-A having a nice year for one of the younger players in Triple-A. And Logan Schaefer, who's been injured not most of his career, but the last year and a half. And we moved him up from Double-A, and he's hitting almost 400, playing a great defensive center field. So we had Willie Peralta has gone up the prospect ladder in all of baseball, not just our system, but getting recognized in all of baseball. So we have some players that are coming in very close to the big leagues.
Can you stay another half inning?
Yes, I can.
Love to talk about this current Brewers club at the big league level. And the big boys are coming up. Good timing. Braun and Fielder will start it all tied at 1 at Miller Park. All tied at 1, bottom of the third inning. The Brewers coming up. Ryan Braun will lead off. Prince Fielder, then Casey McGee as Doug Melvin is here. Nice impression there of Elvis. That was well done. I didn't know you had it in you.
No.
As Braun swings and misses at Billingsley. While it is great to hear about the minor league system and that minor league system that has produced some major league talent, this is a ball club right now that Milwaukee fans might not have seen. I mean, this is a team that is 20 games over 500. You assembled a terrific club with a brand new manager, and it seems like they are, as Randy Wolf says, finding their identity right now.
Well, you know, the first month was a little bit difficult. We had Corey Hart was injured, wasn't playing. Zach Greinke wasn't playing. LaTroy Hawkins still wasn't back throwing the way he's capable of throwing. Saito got injured. So we had a lot of new players. We had a new manager, new coaching staff. Some of the guys, Eddie Cedar and Dale, were back. But other than that, we really didn't know the kind of club we were. You know, we tried, were we going to be a Ron Renicky type of club, being aggressive, that kind of thing. There was sort of an identity there. The one thing we have been doing very well right now is we've been pitching extremely well. We've only used 6 starting pitchers all year, the fewest in baseball. And playing defense at times, we play very good defense. You know, we have our hiccups once in a while defensively, but your pitching is not that. You can't have that good of pitching without having some good defense behind it, and then timely hitting. We just had to have a better balanced roster. Instead of being 4th in the National League in hitting and 12th in pitching, or you could be 4th in pitching and 12th in hitting, you had to have better balance. I think right now we're 5th in pitching and 5th in hitting. So it's the kind of balance you need.
Off the glove of Billingsley, fires to first, not in time. Braun legs it out. An infield hit. And the other part of his game, the speed game, on display.
And Dougie's second in National League in batting average. You got Jose Reyes on his disabled list. Ryan Braun, certainly a guy with all of his tools capable of winning a batting title.
Yeah, I think I don't think people understand how fast he is and athletic, and the number of hits just like that he can get. And unless you see it every day, we see it. How he legs a single into a double, he can steal bases. I think that part of his game really goes unnoticed, and it's a big part of being a great all-around player.
And that's what your offense has been doing. I mean, it's been up and down a little bit, but in years past, it's really relied on the home run ball. It really hasn't been the case this year.
Yeah, not necessarily. And, you know, even the stolen bases, I know that thought that maybe we'd steal more. I think we're 21st in the majors in stolen bases. We were talking about Niger's. Niger was 3rd in the National League last year with 36, and he's got 6. So sometimes it's just the opportunity, too. You know, you may not want to steal with the 2 guys coming up behind them. And that, so, you know, it all depends on the game situation. You've got a lot of close ball games. Ron's got a chance to manage his tail off down there as a first-year manager. Sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you don't get that opportunity to manage. But he's had to manage a lot of games. When we play 120 games already, and he's probably had to manage his butt off for 100 of those games.
A lot of one-run games.
Yeah.
And you got 5-man infields and squeeze plays and all kinds of things. It's been exciting to watch.
Triple plays. Everything. We've seen a little bit of everything this year, and you know, the other part of the game too is there's so many things you can't control in the game. And when you're losing, you might get beat by a ball that's a flare down the line, or it hits the bag, or bounces away. And you know, we've been very fortunate that some of those bounces and things have gone our way. You know, Niger the other day strikes out, and the ball goes to the screen. We give Bronny a chance to tie it up, and he does it. And then Niger wins it on a sac fly. So you know, you got to get breaks here and there too. But the thing is, if you have talent, and you have a lot of talent.
Oh, look out. Billingsley throws one away, and Braun will ease his way to second base on an error. That is going to be the second Dodger error. Very good defensive team, but now Braun into scoring position.
If you have a lot of talent and you play the game the right way, then those breaks, you have a better chance of those breaks falling your way.
And I think the reputation amongst you know, baseball is the Brewers are a up and coming team. They're a winning team, and sometimes it seems like the Brewers are getting some calls too. You know, the umpires that in past years that you don't get, and you get that based on how you play an aggressive style of baseball.
Yeah, well, you know, you watch our team; they've always run hard down through first base, and I think that's really important. But yeah, fundamentals. You know, when you're going to be pitching like we have in a lot of close games, it could be 1 or 2 plays in a ball game. I know there's times there's a lot's made at the tail end of a game, but sometimes it's in the 3rd or the 4th inning where you make that key play that gives you a lead. But we're just a much better balanced ball club now, from a deeper bullpen to deep starting pitching to a better balanced lineup, especially with Casey and Uni coming on the second half and hitting the way that they have.
Fielder, another one off the end of the bat. Second consecutive at bat. He has just missed one, and Fielder is retired. Braun has to stay put. Rock brought this up a couple of innings ago, and you're starting to hear some some national discussion about manager of the year, and understand we have a long way to go here, but make a case for your hire, Ron Renicky. What have you seen from him this season?
Well, Ron's the one thing I think you give Ron credit for is he's come into a new league, and that's probably a little more difficult too than some of the other managers. Some other managers have done real well. Kirk Gibson, but he was with that ball club in the league. Coming over to a new league, a new coaching staff, seeing new players, and that makes the job a lot tougher. Gone through injuries at the first part of the year, getting to know players, letting them have fun, bringing the chemistry into the clubhouse, which I think was needed this year. Our players, after the 2008 season, I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to try to, obviously you want to win, but to try to win, and we sort of tried to force things the next 2 years. But we weren't as talented as team as 2008. We're a lot more talented, I think, than we were the previous 2 years. There's no doubt about that, and that makes your job a little bit tougher. You're a new manager. A lot of times managers get their first jobs and they're sometimes in a rebuilding mode or they're in a transition mode. And for Ron to come in and get a club that, you know, has a chance to win, that's a big challenge for him, and he's done a very good job.
What does his experience as a coach with all those playoff teams with the Angels do quickly?
Yeah. Well, I just think the experience is so valuable. He's been through it, the ups and downs, the patience if you go through a little bit of a losing streak. And then when you have a winning streak, you know you can't get too high.
Great. Doug, thanks for your time.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Brian.
it. Congratulations on signing the top 2 picks as well. We'll take a break. At Miller Park and online. And Rock, we're moving on up. We are the number 11. We are at 7:50 right now. The dinner with Rock and me. Actually lunch.
Where would that lunch be? Is that at Fridays?
That's at Fridays, yes.
Good food there.
Yeah, so that'll be a lunch before a game. Rock sweetened the pot by offering a spot in the post-game instructional. You can make a television appearance.
No talent needed, you know, based on what has been going on all season. Any ability, if you can walk upright, you will help.
If you can just smile and wave. Smile and wave. It's Gallardo against Andre Ethier to start the 4th inning.
That fantasy camp spot at $3,000. That's a pretty good deal at $3,000. That is a $4,000 value.
Bouncing ball. Hairston backhands it. Takes care of Andre Ethier for out number 1. All tied up in a 1-1 game here as we play in the Dodger 4th inning. Our Dodge Ram game reset. Aaron Miles driving in the first Dodger run. First and only run put the Dodgers ahead in the second, and then it was Corey Hart on a ground out. Hairston scored the run. Brewers utilizing a sacrifice bunt from Gallardo to put runners in scoring position. Gallardo was limping a little bit on his way to the bag on that sac bunt, but apparently nothing wrong with Giovanni Gallardo. And this would certainly be the time of the year you would be very conservative if anything showed up. So Gallardo back out there on the mound. Giovanni has 4 strikeouts thus far. As Kemp hits one high in the air to right, Corey Hart angling toward that wall, and he makes the catch in foul territory. 2 up, 2 down. Ethier and Kemp retired. Carsoup.com email the booth question, Rock. Corey wants to know, if the Brewers make the playoffs, where is their need for improvement the greatest?
I don't know. I mean, I think they're playing pretty good right now. Got to win on the road in order to win in the play. Of course, the Minnesota Twins won a World Series, did not win one road game. So I guess if you have home field advantage, if the Brewers are able to get to the World Series, the National League gets home field advantage this year. But win on the road, tighten up the defense.
There's Juan Rivera with a base hit.
How's that?
I like that. I think it also brings up the notion of adding to a roster that is going along well. It's hard to find holes with the Brewers right now because they're playing so well. They have fought their way back to 10 games under 500 after a 5-1 road trip. And of course, the Brewers the best record in all of baseball here at home, or in their home ballpark. So the question is, and there are opportunities to make trades across the waiver wire, the waiver trade deadline. But do you want to disrupt this roster as it is, as Hairston picks it up, puts the tag on Rivera to end the inning.
Miller Park as Brewers Community Foundation Week continues and the auction continues online. You can bid on 13 different items. Just go to brewers.com, and I'm pleased to be joined by several Brewers wives, actually 3. Christina Hart at the end, Patricia Gallardo in the middle, and Sarah McGee standing right next to me. And Sarah, the Brewers Community Foundation has raised nearly $250,000 this week alone. How amazed are you that the community has participated so much?
Oh, this is great. We had an event earlier this week, the wives did, the mystery bag event, and we sold out of over 800 baseballs in about an hour and a half. So we raised $33,000 in that amount of time. So it's been amazing. The fans have really supported us. It's a fun season to be a part of.
Yeah, what about the volunteer work you and the rest of the Brewers wives have done, not only this week but all season?
We've had some wives read to children locally. We've delivered meals to the Ronald McDonald House and to the Sojourner Peace Center. So we try to stay involved as much as we can.
Well, not only you three, but a lot of people are involved in Brewers Community Foundation Week, and we want to thank these three lovely ladies for their time and keep up the good work.
Thanks.
All right. As you can see, Sarah was the spokesperson for this group, but that doesn't mean the others do not participate, BA. We'll be out here all night. Once again, you can you can bid on these items on Brewers.com until midnight.
All right, Telly, thanks. That's a good cause, and kudos to the Brewers' wives. How we doing down there? Telly, we got to get that number up. Even if you have to. At least we're not last anymore.
Why doesn't Telly join us? Maybe we can get some money, get some more money if Telly wants to join us for lunch.
Some nice items. I know Doug Melvin has an auction item. I believe you get to go into Doug's suite, if I'm not mistaken. There it is, number 5, Suite Time with Doug Melvin for 20 people. Get to hang out with the general manager.
You don't like the Telly idea?
No, I like Telly's idea.
You didn't say my idea about Telly joining us for lunch.
Oh, I love that idea. I love that idea.
You didn't hear me the first time?
No, I was anxious to see the updated tally. Did you say something, Rock?
I did.
Telly would gladly join us.
Really? Free food.
I just don't want the number to go down, though.
It wouldn't. Telly's got a big fan club around Miller Park.
He does. I would love it. Let's go ahead and book him without asking. Telly's in. Telly will join us for lunch. Maybe we can take that Sharpie, Telly, write your name right next to ours.
Well, BA, we want it to go up, not down, so we're going to leave my name off.
No.
I'm
You're
telling
not
you,
getting out of it that easy.
It's bound to grow.
Let's try. Put his name on there and let's try. Now,
I think we're out of Sharpies out here.
I don't like where Telly's headed with this.
Telly not playing along, is he?
I mean, fantasy camp's going up, Rock. After your pining.
We're set up for a good camp this year.
Lucroy, a swing and a miss. Billingsley with the first 2 outs. Well, FoxSportsWisconsin.com's Tyler Lockman catches up with Brewers reliever Francisco Rodriguez, who says he's adjusted and accepted his role as a setup man behind closer John Axford. You can read that story and more, FoxSportsWisconsin.com. K-Rod dealing with a leg issue after he tried to leg out and did leg out an infield hit. Not 100%. Renicky would like to get through the game tonight without using Francisco Rodriguez.
It'd be kind of nice not having to use John Axford either. He's pitched in 3 consecutive days.
Well, Gallardo batting with 2 outs. His bunt last time up set up the only Brewers run. Advance Hairston to third. Hairston scored on a ground out. So that auction is ongoing online at Brewers.com, and we're going to go ahead and add Telly's name, whether he likes it or not. So lunch with Rock, Telly, me, all on the Brewers tab. We'll put it on Mark Adonasio's credit card. He'll cover it.
Is that an off day? Maybe we can make it an off day, include drinks. Can't include drinks at lunch on a working day.
Just for us,
right.
Not for you, the winner of the auction.
Right.
Partake as much as you like at our expense. Oh, look out. That's a strike. Billingsley tripped and throws a breaking ball strike to Gallardo. How about that? Write it in, Telly. You're in. He's committed.
Park, and want to let you all know you can get your high school football action with Fox Sports Prep Zone. Log on to foxsportswisconsin.com and click on the Prep Zone tab to watch up to 4 high school football games all at one time, live each week. Log on Friday at 7 to watch this week's featured games: La Crosse Logan and Eau Claire Memorial, Milton and DeForest, Homestead and Hartford, and Kimberly and Oshkosh West. Now, fans will have access to a library of instant video clips that can be shared with family and friends via Facebook and Twitter within seconds. Text Prep Zone to 234-234 to access the mobile application. A lot of variety of ways to do things, and we're real happy to be part of this starting this Friday night for high school football in Wisconsin, guys.
Yeah, that is a sweet app right there. As Barajas flies out. Got some family down in Texas. High school football is pretty big down there,
right,
Brock?
Yep.
And that's how I keep tabs on him. My nephew, he's a varsity player, and you're able to go online. I remember back when I played, it was the old reel-to-reel.
Right.
And the coach would sit there and back it up. Anderson, it's terrible.
How'd you miss that guy?
Football's not for everyone. Boy, how far we've come.
Yeah.
Now you can watch it online, so enjoy that. Gallardo with one gone in the 5th inning. He has settled down. He gave up a run in the 2nd. He does not look like he has his ace stuff, but he has been able to hold the Dodgers to just 3 hits and only 1 run, which is a good sign. And that's why Gallardo is a 13-game winner. He is able to win without his best stuff. Jamie Carroll struck out looking in the 2nd inning. That was some kind of pitch that Chad Billingsley threw to strike out Gallardo. Talk about the ultimate change of pace on a hitter. Check this out. Billingsley trips, gets a spike caught, and still throws a strike.
Yep, that'll mess up a hitter.
Look like Mitch Williams right there.
Yeah, Gallardo looking at him like, you got to be kidding me throwing that for a strike.
There's a strike. Well, Billingsley might have invented a new pitch. The fall down strike. There's a line drive right to fielder. He makes a catch for the out.
Well, good job by Yo coming all the way back. 3-0. Hey, tonight's Tower of the Game winner is Linda's Lookout in Watertown. If they call the Brewers in the next 24 hours, they get 40 Miller Lite beer pen tickets to a Brewers home game in April or May of next year. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
And 2 men are out for Chad Billingsley. There's a strike from Gallardo. Now the Diamondbacks have taken the lead over the Phillies. They now lead 3-2 in the top of the 9th inning. Roy Halladay is still on the mound for Philadelphia, but he is now losing. Halladay and Ian Kennedy tied atop the National League in wins with 15. Gallardo with 13. He is 4th in the league in victories. Billingsley out to short. Uni B makes a play to end it. And a good inning for Gallardo. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 5th, all tied at 1.
It's a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the fifth as we are still in right field in the kids zone as the Brewers Community Foundation week continues. The auction continues, and I'm pleased to be joined by Anita Hawkins, LaTroy Hawkins' wife, and their 10-year-old daughter, Troy, who is turning 10 today. It's her birthday. We'll get to that in just a bit. But Anita, first off, just so many contributions are made from the fans and the community, but you all have donated out of your own pockets. Just talk about how important it is to give back for the Hawkins family.
Well, coming from a community from Gary, Indiana, and there are a lot of families that are very less fortunate. So that's a big thing for us to be able to give back because we've been so blessed. And I was just telling my daughter that that's something that's really important to be able to give back to kids that don't have, that are, less fortunate than she is, to be able to give back to the community because kids need it. They need it.
And Troy, you get the chance to see your parents give back, and how does that make you feel to see that they're giving opportunities to children that otherwise wouldn't have it?
Well, it makes me really proud because my parents have done a lot of things and they have helped people who don't have parents and some that are poor, and they have given like accessories and stuff for school.
Well, that's a really cool thing, and that's a great role model that you all are serving for your child. And once again, happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, VA, we'll continue the auction until midnight once again. Let's send it back to you.
All right, thanks. How about Troy? Happy birthday. And she's
very eloquent.
Yeah, she's good on the mic. She's got a chance.
Most kids would freeze up.
She
right?
might be a broadcaster. Maybe
a lot of adults freeze up with a microphone.
That's true. That was very poised and polished. Morgan trying to bunt, and he's out. It'll pop up behind home plate. 2 outs in the inning against Billingsley. Our AT&T trivia tonight. Question is, which 3 current Brewers also played for the Dodgers? And the Dodger connections. Ryan Braun grew up a Dodger fan. Actually hit a home run at Dodger Stadium as a high schooler for Granada Hills High School. That was in the area code games. Braun's final year in high school. Cameron Lowe went to the same high school as Braun. He was 3 years older than Ryan, and was telling a story that as the varsity team got going with their season, Ryan Braun was hitting so well on the, I believe it was the JV or the freshman team, that they decided to bring him up. There was an injury. They decided to bring him up as a freshman, put him on the varsity. And he held his own, and Cameron Lowe had the first inkling that Ryan Braun was going to be something special. How about that, though? You have 2 players, Southern California, on the same high school team, playing together on the same major league team. Billingsley throws one over the head of Ryan Braun, a breaking ball that got away.
A curveball that he tried to wrap a little bit too tightly and right over the head of Ryan Braun. That's almost as unusual as the guys at that time playing for the Astros, and Michael Bourne and Bourgeois on the same Little League team in Houston and playing for the Houston Astros.
Braun and Lowe get to relive it every day. Teammates together here in Milwaukee. Oh, high and tight. That was a fastball. And that's got him chirping a little bit here at Miller Park. 2-2 to count on Braun. Ryan's had a big homestand. 9 for 15 on the homestand. That is a .600 batting average. He is 2 for 2 tonight, and his average overall is at .331.
You see Brawny really trying to cover that outside corner. Anytime a pitcher goes up and in on you as a hitter, you just automatically thinking they're going to go down and away with a cutter. Billingsley looked as though he wanted to go away, but he left it up and gave Brawny an opportunity to get a bat on it.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 men are out. And Billingsley delivers and a swing and a miss. That high and tight fastball had an effect. Strikes him out with a slider. 1-2-3 inning.
About the Brewers Community Foundation Week all night long, and I'm pleased to be joined by the executive director of the BCF, Cecilia Gore. And Cecilia, just talk a little bit about the participation you've received not only from the Brewers' wives but the community as well.
It has been fabulous, Telly. We've had Brewers Community Foundation Week starting on August 12th, and we've had tremendous support. We've actually raised over $250,000 since last week, Thursday. We had an evening with Hank Aaron. We've had the Pink Tie Guy event to support breast cancer. We've done a fundraiser every evening, and we're doing one tonight. And at 11:59, our ultimate auction will end. But we've had tremendous support, and it's just exciting to be a part of an organization that's willing to support the community at this level.
Can you talk a little bit about where the money that's raised, where it's dispersed, and where does it go in the community and the programs you guys are involved in?
Sure. We focus on health, education, recreation, and basic needs in the greater Milwaukee area. In 2010, we provided over 125 grants, and so we hope to do that or more this year.
Well, it's been another successful year. It's the second time for BCF Week, and it's the second of many more to come. Thanks for your time, Cecilia.
Thank you.
All right, B.A., let's swing it back up to you.
All right, Telly, thanks. And our appreciation for Cecilia Gore and her crew. All tied at 1 here. The Brewers and the Dodgers. Casey Blake with one away. Giovanni Gallardo has settled down. He gave up a run in the second inning and has found his fastball again, Rock.
And he's got it on the corners, and he's been very good keeping the curveball down in the zone. It's been basically a fastball cutter. You know, that cutter slider type pitch that Yo likes to throw. He's been careful throwing a curveball. Hasn't thrown too many of them.
1-2 the count. Blake takes a cold strike 3. Gallardo hits the spot with a breaking ball, and Blake is retired.
On cue, fastball in the corner, then cutter right on the outside corner, and Casey Blake obviously looking for something else. And Jonathan does a nice job holding it right there for Mike Everett. Joe's getting stronger as this game goes on.
Well, the Brewers hooked up in another low-scoring affair, all tied at 1. See Renicky and his infield coach, Garth Orge. I notice, Rock, the Brewers aren't doing as much shifting these days as they did early in the season. Not sure why that is, but remember early in the year the Brewers had some extreme shifts on, and for the most part it seemed to work. Brewers put themselves in a lot better position to make outs more often than not.
I notice it a lot with the Dodgers in this series because maybe not a lot to go on. I mean, the scouting reports are the same that the Brewers scouting department hands them before every series. And that's about as straight up as the Brewers will play any hitter.
2 balls and a strike on Ethier. 0 for 2 today. Ethier was robbed of a double by Prince Fielder in the first inning. Down the line, Fielder laid out, got it in his glove, and underhanded it over to Gallardo for the final out of the inning. The 2-2 curveball in the dirt.
That one got Luke, I think, right under the chin or pretty close. And doing whatever you can to block it, and got him right on the shoulder.
Full count to Ethier. Got a big cut. Gallardo might have gotten away with one.
Yep, cutter that he left right down the middle of the plate, but because it had a little bit of a wrinkle on it right at the end, Ethier fouls it away. A tough spot for Gallardo. I mean, Ethier's got plenty of home run power, but you don't want to be too careful with him. Matt Kemp's on deck.
Fans looking for a strikeout. Here's the 3-2, and Ethier slices it foul. Ethier came into this game just under 300, hitting .297. having a down season by his standards, just 10 homers and 51 runs batted in. Still a major threat at the plate. Another payoff pitch to Ethier, and a swing and a miss. He strikes him out with a curveball. Giovanni Gallardo with his 6th strikeout. He has retired 7 in a row. Wisconsin is presented by the Wisconsin Lottery, reminding you to please play responsibly. By Airtran, go, there's nothing stopping you. And by the Miller Lite Vortex bottle, taste greatness. All tied at 1, bottom of the 6th, and our AT&T trivia tonight. Which 3 current Brewers also played for the Dodgers? And if you guessed Counsell, Saito, and Randy Wolf, you would be correct. Counsell just the 1 year there in Los Angeles. Of course, the Brewers have some ties with their coaching staff with the Dodgers as well, as Fielder rips one into the gap. That's going to go to the wall. Prince Fielder with extra bases. And he'll roll into second with a lead-off double. And there is the go-ahead run in scoring position to start the 6th.
Well, Billingsley made a mistake with a fastball up out over the plate to Prince, and he waits back nicely. Yeah, Prince was out on his front foot last couple of nights, and able to wait back and shoot it into the gap. That ball just kept slicing away from Kemp as it got out to center field. And a good start to the 5th or the 6th for the Brewers.
Fielder safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life on his 29th double of the year to go along with his 27 home runs. And the Brewers with the go-ahead run at second base for Casey McGee. Billingsley has only given up 4 hits. We're keeping an eye on the Pirates and the Cardinals. The Cardinals had a lead, a 4-3 lead going into the bottom of the 9th inning, but the Pirates tied it. Fernando Salas trying to close it out for St. Louis, and the Cardinals continue to have trouble finishing games.
And finishing games against the Pirates. The Pirates have given the Cardinals troubles this year.
Pirates won last night, so that game is tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Pirates have a man on with nobody out. As we play here the 6th, Brewers with a man on, nobody out. McGee 0 for 1 against Billingsley, and a bouncing ball to the right side. That'll do it. That'll get Fielder to third. He'd rather have an RBI, but he'll take the advancement of the runner to third base. Now 1 gone, and here comes Betancourt.
Man, those are the things we were talking about, before the game today. Little things that separate wins from losses, advancing base runners. You make it out, you advance a base runner. Now Betancourt can drive in a run without a base hit.
Uni is 0 for 2. He's had some men on base here tonight. Stranded the bases loaded in the first inning, left a man on in the third, and a botched squeeze, and now Fielder will be cut down. Betancourt did not get the squeeze bunt.
Kind of a lonely feeling for a base runner coming down the line at third. And you think the squeeze is on, and you can see the batter swinging away. There goes Prince, but Betancourt swings away, and he's an easy out between third and home.
So miscommunication. Now the base is empty. Boy, you got a runner at third and one out, right where you want to be. That is the other side of the suicide squeeze bunt. Brewers have been almost flawless with the squeezes this year. There's a little soft liner, and the inning ends quickly. A botched squeeze. And we head to the seventh, still tied at 1. With a ground out, an RBI ground out. Meanwhile, Yovani Gallardo has locked in, fighting himself a little bit through the first 3+, but Gallardo has retired 7 in a row, and Rocky has 6 strikeouts now. He's only given up the 1 run on 3 Dodger hits.
And 1 base runner since the second inning.
7th inning here is Matt Kemp. The Pirates and the Cardinals going to extra innings. That was a Neil Walker game-tying 9th inning home run off Fernando Salas, by the way. And they go to extra innings in Pittsburgh, all tied at 4, the Cardinals and the Pirates. Brewers picked up a game yesterday with a win against the Dodgers and a Cardinal loss, and a 6-game lead with 40 to play. Got a road trip coming up over the weekend. It starts Friday in New York against the Mets at Citi Field. Good pitchers park. Three in New York, and then 4 against the Pirates in 3 days as Kemp fouls it away. 2-2 the count on Matt Kemp.
Yeah, doubleheader against the Pirates on Monday. That starts at 4 o'clock Central. Be a long day for the crew. Get a couple of wins, it's worth it.
Brewers have not fared well in doubleheaders this year. They were swept twice in doubleheaders. And at this point, the only doubleheader they have on their schedule. A lot of major league teams, especially the contenders, will play not just doubleheader games, but squeeze in makeup games.
Like the Dodgers, they go from LA, go out to Pittsburgh for one game and then head to Atlanta.
Swing and a miss. Matt Kemp strikes out. Gallardo has struck out the last 3 Dodgers and has 7 now.
Hey, follow the Brewers with MLB.com @Bat11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and much, much more. Text that bat to 31826 or visit Brewers.com. Well, Yo's got a terrific cutter tonight. He fell behind Matt Kemp 2-0, able to come back and strike him out.
Strikeouts starting to pile up for Gallardo. 7 Ks and no walks tonight for Giovanni. Gallardo's given up 3 hits, all of them singles. 2 of them came in the 2nd inning. And Miles had the hit that produced the run. Brewers getting another deep quality start. Gallardo pitching here in the 7th. As Rivera takes a ball, 3-0 the count. Juan Rivera has one of the 3 Dodger hits. He singled in the 4th. Taking all the way, strike 1. Yesterday, Rivera had 2 hits. 2 hits and a walk. Brewers did not retire Rivera. That one's on the corner. There's your cut fastball, Rock. That one peels off the edge, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, just really tough for a hitter to pick up. It looks like a fastball. Then right at the end, it goes away from that right-handed batter. He's thrown a couple of good ones to lefties as well. It's been a very effective pitch for him to get back into counts.
See what he goes with here. 3-2. Back to it, and Rivera fouls it off. And again, spotted right on the corner. Do it again at a 3-2. Brewers fans have seen their hitter-friendly ballpark turn into Petco of the Midwest.
The Astrodome.
That's right.
That's what pitching will do to you.
3-2. And a shot. Gallardo knocks it down. Recovers and gets his man. Giovanni, quick reaction. That hit leather, and that's a good sign. That was close. 2 outs.
Well, Rivera centered up on that one pretty well. He stayed back nicely and ripped it right back through the middle. And Giovanni with some pretty good reflexes, able to just get a piece of it. And it stayed close to him, and he's able to get the out. Fastball out away from him, and Rivera stings it right back to Gallardo.
Does that fall under the hand-eye coordination arena?
That comes into the lucky arena.
Self-preservation.
Right.
2nd out of the inning. There's a curveball for a strike on Miles.
The old line is, I'm not sure if he caught it or it caught him. But again, you put yourself in position to be able to make plays like that. I mean, Giovanni's pretty square to home plate when he gets rid of it. That's why you're able to make a play like that and not get hurt.
Miles into center field. Nigel Morgan easing back. And that will do it in the 7th. Gallardo is rolling 10 in a row. Now the Brewers need to get some offense rolling. All tied at 1.
They open up at second base, nobody out, and can't score.
Well, that's right. They were unable to manufacture runs. That's the one thing that they've been doing very well the second half of the season. But in a tightly contested game like that, it's very important to try to execute.
Last 3 games all been low scoring. Well, tonight follows suit. They've all been Brewer victories. We'll see what can happen here. Brewers Live post game after the ball game, Brian.
All right, thanks, Craig. Davey, Chad Billingsley back on the mound, getting another great starting pitching matchup. Last night it was Randy Wolf and Ted Lilly. Wolf went 8 shutout. Lilly 7 innings, 1 run. Gallardo is through 7. Now Billingsley out for his 7th frame. All tied at 1. Hairston in the air. Shallow right field. And that'll be put away by Ethier for the first out. Rock, we have had another triple play in the big leagues. Now, last night, the Brewers turned a triple play. James Loney goes 4, 6, 3, 2 for the triple play. And a great play started by Wilson. Good turn. Josh Wilson even saying that the feed was a little bit high. Betancourt did a nice job picking it up. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox turned a triple play.
Yeah, more conventional. It was the 5-4 to 3. Runners at first and second, nobody out, obviously, and a ground ball to third, and that's normally the way you see triple plays. I mean, the third baseman will grab the baseball, the ground ball right on the bag at third, and then turn the conventional double play.
Lucroy, lazy fly ball to center. 2 gone in the inning.
And that is the kind of double play that Gary Gaetti turned. He did it twice in 1 game. That was back in 1990.
And that is the last time that triple plays have occurred in order like that. In this case, in back-to-back days. So the teams who have turned triple plays this year: the Indians, the Brewers, and now the Red Sox. That game was against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays lead 6-2 as Gallardo bounces 1 to short. This is going to be a quick inning for Billingsley, and he's on his game as well. 3 up, 3 down. To the 8th we go, all tied at 1.
Area by game time tomorrow. Here's a look at tomorrow's game day forecast for the Brewers game here in Milwaukee. Outside of Miller Park, becoming mostly clear and comfortable. First pitch temperatures in the middle 70s.
And our Miller Lite What's on Tap. The Brewers and the Dodgers continue this 4-game series tomorrow. 6:30 we're on the air for Brewers Live. It'll be Zach Greinke against Nathan Eovaldi tomorrow. Rookie right-hander for the Dodgers. Marco Estrada gets the ball against Clayton Kershaw on Thursday. Miller Lite What's on Tap. Brewers start a road trip Friday at Citi Field in New York. So Gallardo is back on the mound. All tied at 1. Bottom of the order coming up. Rod Barajas leads off for Los Angeles. And a first pitch strike from Gallardo. Matt Guerrero is in the Dodger bullpen. Pitcher spot due up third here for Los Angeles.
Yeah, you figure that Don Mattingly is going to go to the bench.
Barajas down in the count 0-2. Some kind of games being played here at Miller Park. Starting Saturday with that 1-0 Brewer win over the Pirates. There's a swing and a miss. Gallardo strikes out Barajas. A quick tag from Lucroy to secure it. Number 8 for Giovanni.
And he's been doing it with every one of his pitches tonight. He's had good command of the curveball. Has not made a mistake with it. There's a good 2-strike curveball and a good block by Lucroy to secure the first out of the 8th.
So 11 in a row retired by Gallardo. The last base runner, Juan Rivera, who singled in the 4th inning. Gallardo's given up just 3 hits. And if you reconstruct the 2nd inning, the inning the Dodgers scored, remember it was a leadoff single by Matt Kemp. He stole 2nd and then went to 3rd on a wild pitch. That allowed Miles to shoot one through the drawn and infield. Brewers got their run in the very next frame as Corey Hart drove in Jerry Hairston with a ground out. And it was Gallardo's sacrifice bunt that set up that score.
And Giovanni has been stellar all night long. 8 strikeouts, and he's only got 101 pitches. And we're in the 8th inning, so he has been very efficient tonight.
Carroll in the air to center. Niger Morgan is there. 2 up, 2 down for Gallardo. And Don Mattingly will go to his bench. He'll go the left-handed hitting Trent Olchen. And that finishes off Chad Billingsley with 7 innings tonight. Here comes Rick Kranitz, a scouting report, and a quick trip to the mound for the Brewer pitching coach.
A good outing for Chad Billingsley. He was able to eat up 7 innings tonight. Limited the Brewers to 4 hits. Chad Billingsley does not have a complete game this year. He's gone 8 innings a couple of times, but a pretty good outing tonight. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He only allowed the 1 run in 7 innings.
Almost an identical line to Ted Lilly's from last night. Lilly giving up just 2 hits, had 1 more strikeout. Lilly took the loss last night. There's a strike on Olchen. Trent Olchen, the Aussie. Pirates and the Cardinals still at it in the bottom of the 10th, but the Pirates are threatening. They've got runners at first and second with 1 out in a 4-4 game.
That big guy Trent Olchen, he's got some pretty decent power. He showed good power in the minor leagues, but 1 home run and 41 at bats with the Dodgers.
Second year with the Dodgers. Olchen spent part of 1 season last season in the Brewers system. He was in Nashville for 70 games. He swung the bat well for Don Money's club last year in Nashville. Hit over 300. And here he is in the big leagues with the Dodgers. Los Angeles, they've had a tough time finding a left fielder and a 5th place hitter. got the top of the order coming up next. And another former Brewer, Tony Gwynn Jr. Gallardo trying to finish it off here in the 8th. Top of the order coming up for the Brewers in the bottom of the 8th.
In these situations, it's been the cut fastball for Gallardo. The question is, does he do it against the lefty?
3-2 on the way. And Olchin takes ball 4. Good at bat by the left-handed hitter Olchin. And the Dodgers have a base runner for the first time since the 4th inning. Our text question tonight, courtesy of Ho Chung Gaming. Patty wants to know, they say hitting is contagious. Is that true of defense as well? I would say so.
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess that when you're all playing well defensively, I mean, everybody feeds off of each other. One guy makes a great play at second base. That that inspires your shortstop to make a good play and turn a double play. I guess you could say that.
Top of the order here is Tony Gwynn. There's a strike from Gallardo. Gwynn is 0 for 3. Gallardo struck him out to start the game tonight. And Giovanni now with 8 punch-outs. That walk to Olchin snaps a string of 12 straight retired by Gallardo. And that's down the line, a base hit. Over to cut it off is Hart. Olchin on his way to third. And now trouble brewing with 2 outs. The Dodgers get a walk and a single from Tony Gwynn. First and third for Casey Blake.
Well, Prince just not able to get there because he had to hold the runner. Limited range for Prince. Gwynn gets a fastball down and in. You can see Prince not that far off the bag and sneaks it right by him. So first and third after 2 outs and nobody on.
And the go-ahead run at third base. With Kranitz on the phone to the bullpen. Now the Dodgers have turned over their lineup. Olchin with a key at bat. He walked. Pinch hitting for Billingsley. Gallardo had him to 2 strikes but ends up losing Olchin. And now Gwynn singles. Casey Blake a chance to give the Dodgers a lead here in the 8th. Takashi Saito, the former Dodger, loosening in the bullpen. 2 outs. Here's Blake. 0 for 3 against Gallardo. And a breaking ball strike. A beauty from Giovanni. Good way to start the at-bat against Blake.
Yeah, keep him guessing when you're able to do that. Risky pitch, though. You fall behind, and you know Casey Blake's looking dead red. Not now.
Swing and a miss. To the fastball this time. Got it right by him, and it's 0-2 on Blake. Now the crowd coming to their feet, trying to get their starting pitcher through the 8th.
Well, if you're Johnny Lucroy and you call a breaking ball, you better block it because it's got to be down in the dirt with 2 strikes.
Gallardo with 8 strikeouts, and he backs off.
I'm not sure about the pitch. Had Lucroy setting up outside. Not much happening offensively for the Dodgers. Only the 3rd time they've had an at-bat with a man in scoring position.
Ready for an 0-2. Giovanni deals at a curveball. Bounced foul. Just past third. Don Mattingly wishing he could put himself in there to hit.
Yeah, that's the last guy you'd want to see up at the plate in these situations. Don Mattingly.
Former MVP of the American League.
RBI machine.
Blake's a good hitter, but he's been bothered by a neck injury. He's playing in just his 57th game of the season. We'll do it again. 0-2. First and third with 2 outs. The pitch. And did he go? As Gwynn steals the base. No, he did not. says Guccione.
He could have rung him up.
It's a big stolen base. Tony Gwynn Jr. now into scoring position. Gwynn's 19th steal of the year.
Yeah, he could have gone either way with that, but he's saying he didn't go.
So now a base hit. The Dodgers can score 2. That's a career high in stolen bases for Gwynn. 1-2 the count. Got him. Gallardo strikes out Blake. Number 9. Inning over. Still tied at 1. We head to the bottom of the 8th and the top of the order coming up.
Casey Blake with 2 outs in a minute, 2nd and 3rd. There's the pitch that got into his head, that curveball. Got ahead 0-2 and then was able to get some pitches on the corner after wasting a fastball that Blake almost went after. There's that high fastball, but then he's able to get him with a curveball and a very good pitch to finish that inning. A terrific start by Gallardo. 8 strong innings with 9 strikeouts.
So Gallardo now counting on his offense to put him in the win column. Matt Guerrero in for Billingsley. Remember Mattingly pinch hitting for Billingsley last inning. And Guerrero appearing for the 56th time this year. Top of the order for Milwaukee. Corey Hart 0 for 3, but the lone RBI tonight. On the ground, backhanded by Carroll. Long throw in time for out number 1. And here comes Nigel Morgan. Got Braun due up next. If anybody reaches, Fielder will bat. The Brewers are right where they want to be in their batting order. Hung-Chi Kuo most likely preparing for a Fielder at bat here. It's going to be a last at bat win for someone again tonight.
Could turn out to be another 1-run game from Milwaukee. Been a ton of those this year. Yeah, the Brewers in 1-run games 26 and 15. That's 41 1-run games.
26 of their 71 victories as Morgan cuts and misses. 1-2 the count on Nigel Morgan. Nigel won a game with a sacrifice fly on Sunday. That was a 2-1 Brewers win after a 1-0 win on Saturday against the Pirates. Get another one in front of us here tonight. Braun to hit next. 2 more hits tonight for Ryan Braun. Morgan, a shot, but right at Jamie Carroll. Line drive out for out number 2.
Yeah, good approach by Niger. Nothing to show for it.
So 2 gone, and here comes Braun. Ryan and Prince Fielder doing big damage this year. You see where they rank in the National League. Braun's second in runs, hitting in front of Fielder. These are numbers at home this year. Fielder with the most home runs in his home park, RBIs and slugging percentage, and Braun is inside the top 6 in those 4 major categories as well. And can they call on the dynamic duo one more time? Braun at the plate, presented by Wendy's. 2 hits, 2 for 3, and a batting average of .330.
And you know Guerrero's not going to want to mess around too much inside. Both pitches off the outside corner. Right now, Ryan Braun in the 2-0 count. Looking for something middle in to put in the upper deck and left.
That one caught the corner, a strike. Braun tied a game on Sunday in the 8th inning with a base hit. His home run yesterday proved to be a game winner. Broken bat, right back to Guerrero, and he makes the play, and we stay tied. Going to the 9th, the Dodgers coming up. They've got their big guns coming to the plate. Miller Park. The big beautiful moon is out, and the Brewers and the Dodgers all tied at 1. We go to the 9th inning with Takashi Saito coming out of the Brewers bullpen, and he'll have his hands full. Rocky's got Ethier Kemp and Juan Rivera due up for the Dodgers in the 9th.
Saito got his 3rd win of the year on Sunday against the Pirates with the scoreless 10th inning. He walked a couple, gave up and also had a strikeout. He's 3-0 with a 135 earned run average since returning from the disabled list in the beginning of July, so he's throwing the baseball pretty well.
Saito was on the disabled list with 2 different injuries, had a hamstring injury and an oblique injury. He was a star in Japan until the age of 35, and he thought he'd give Major League Baseball a shot, and the Dodgers are the ones who gave him that shot. And boy, what a run he had in Los Angeles. Had a 39 save season as a member of the Dodgers in '07. He was an all-star that year for Los Angeles. Facing Andre Ethier to start the 9th inning. Brewers will have Fielder, McGee, and Betancourt coming up. In the bottom of the ninth, Saito trying to get him there tied. Breaking ball strike.
Well, that's his best pitch, and that's his strikeout pitch, that slider. He's got two different types. That's more the curveball type slider that time from Saito. He's also got the swooping slider that goes away from a right-handed batter.
On the corner, a strike, a fastball, and it's 1-2. Saito's velocity continues to climb as he gets his legs under him. That hit 93 miles per hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ethier. Lays off a pitch in the dirt.
Those are some good numbers as a member of the Dodgers. A 195 earned run average. That's some good years, although that's a pretty good place to pitch.
Pitched in the postseason twice for the Dodgers. Once in 06, and then in 08 he was part of that Dodger playoff team. Has postseason experience with the Red Sox as well. He pitched for Boston in 09. Ethier down the line. Braun on the run, and Braun will run it down. Got a good jump and legs it out to retire Ethier for the first out.
Well, good job by Saito. He was able to even the count at 1-1. A couple of sliders to start off Andre Ethier. He only threw 1 fastball in that whole sequence. That was a 1-1 pitch. This pitch right here, right on the outside corner, catches the edge. Mike Everett rings it up, and this next slider is going to end up slicing off the bat. Actually, that was a fastball. The slice job right down the line, and Braun had him played very well. Shade him down the line and left.
Here's Matt Kemp. Got a breaking ball strike on Kemp. Saito against an MVP candidate here in the 9th inning in a tie ball game. Kemp stole a base earlier today. That was a big one. He scored the lone Dodger run. That stolen base set up a wild pitch that moved him to third, and then he scored on the Miles hit. And that one is whistled foul. 0-2 the count. That was headed for the corner.
That fastball up and in. Matt Kemp able to get the big part of the bat on it. Wow. And quick hands for Kemp. After the slider, Saito tried to go up and in, and Kemp hit it hard.
Oh, and 2 on Kemp. Bouncing ball. Betancourt makes the play. 2 gone in the inning. And 2 big bats retired to start this 9th inning.
And made short work of Matt Kemp. A slider that got ahead of him 0-1. Anytime you can throw a breaking ball to start a hitter with a strike, it really gets into their head. They're not sure what's coming next. There's that fastball up and in. Kemp just missing extra bases, then right back to the slider. It was actually a hanger. He got away with one, but an easy out at short.
2 up, 2 down. And it's going to be Juan Rivera. He's hit the ball hard twice tonight. Just 1 hit to show for it. He singled in the 4th. Hit a shot right back up the middle that Gallardo knocked down and turned into an out. That was his last time up in the 7th. Rivera with 6 home runs as a Blue Jay, has 2 as a Dodger. Played in 70 games with Toronto. His 26th game in Dodger blue.
Yeah, just about all the power for the Dodgers is in these 3 hitters. Ethier, Kemp, Rivera right now. Every one of them the potential to put a run on the board. You got to be careful.
Got an update from Pittsburgh. Garrett Jones with a walk-off home run bounced it into the Allegheny to win it for the Pirates. They beat the Cardinals tonight off Arthur Rhodes, who the Cardinals just acquired. That one hit in the air to center field. Nigel Morgan is there. And here we go, bottom of the ninth. Prince Fielder will lead off. The Brewers a chance to go 7-up in the division. And the big man will get it started when we come back. Endings are imposed and inflicted. Back up the middle, Betancourt. Oh my goodness! My goodness! Did that just happen? Finishes are earned and celebrated. Morgan down the right field line, and the Brew Crew pull one out tonight. Nigel Morgan, a walk-off double. It's the last word, the closing act, the final step, the whole point. We don't remember the start. We never forget the finish. Morgan in the right, way back, plenty deep. Paul is there, makes the catch. Here comes Kataris, and that is your ball game. It has been that kind of year, that kind of homestand, and we head to Pittsburgh where Garrett Jones hits one out to win it. Off Arthur Rhodes, look where this ball ends up. One hop into the Allegheny. Garrett Jones gives the Pirates a 10th inning victory. And the Brewers can go 7 games up on the St. Louis Cardinals with a win here tonight. That was just moments ago at PNC Park. Now the stage is set for Prince Fielder at Miller Park. Hung-Chi Kuo will come on to pitch. Hard-throwing left-hander to face Fielder.
Yeah, he's missed a lot of time on the disabled list. He's been on a number of different times, but he's a big strikeout pitcher. Well, left-handers have hit him pretty well this year. A 304 clip.
All tied at 1. Fielder takes a ball. See the shift that is on for Fielder. 3 infielders on the right side. Prince this year against left-handed pitching is hitting .305. 5 of his 27 home runs coming against left-handers. High and tight, 2-0.
It could very well be 1 out for Kuo. They've got a right-hander loosening up in the bullpen. The Brewers have some lefties on the bench. Counsell, Kotze, and Kataris. And switch hitter Felipe Lopez as you get down the batting order.
Fielder doubled his last time up. 2 balls and no strikes, and that one's high and tight, almost hit Prince. 3-0 is the count. How close was it?
Not that close, but Prince covering the outside part of the plate. Well, you know Prince is going to get the green light here on 3-0. No doubt.
He's had it before. Kuo delivers. Fielder takes a strike. Fielder has had a lot of great moments this year. One of his best moments, the walk-off home run in the 14th inning against Colorado. That was back on May 20th. All tied at 1, bottom of the 9th. Fielder at the plate, and there's a strike. Full count to Fielder.
Yeah, good pitch by Quo right on the outside corner. Now Prince has to protect.
Lost him. Ball 4. And the winning run is aboard. Fielder draws a leadoff walk. And now the wheels in motion for the Brewers.
Well, you figure Quo is going to be taken out because you've got nothing but right-handers coming up. And here comes Don Mattingly. Right-handers ready down in the bullpen.
Quo on to face one batter, Prince Fielder, and he lost him. And Mattingly will make the change. New pitcher coming in, Casey McGee coming up. 9th inning in a tie ball game. And another one coming right down to the finish line here at Miller Park. Brewers have won 4 straight on this homestand. They have the winning run aboard at first. Mike McDougal out of Don Mattingly's bullpen with a string of right-handed hitters coming up.
And McDougal pitched in last night's ball game. Came in after the 2 home runs were hit off of Scott Elbert. Ranks 11th among National League relievers in earned run average with that 2.25 earned run average. Has given up only 3 home runs this year in his 54th game. Well, you wonder if Casey McGee is going to be up there to drop down a bunt.
McGee is a good bunter. He is on the Ron Renicky list of bunters.
Everybody's on that list.
You want to get on that list,
except for Ryan and Prince. I think everybody's on that list except for 2.
You're even on that list.
I'm on that list. I go up there and bunt.
See what McGee does here. McDougal, a sinker ball specialist. And that threat of a double play is out there. Fielder, a leadoff walk. All tied at 1. McGee is 0 for 2 tonight. He walked in the first inning. A couple of ground outs in his last 2 trips to the plate. And McGee pulls one through the hole, a base hit. And the first 2 have reached. A walk and a single. McGee finds the hole.
Just when you think you've figured out the Brewers manager, he pulls a fast one on you. Everybody thinking that McGee's going to drop down a bunt to stay out of the double play. That first pitch from McDougal, and he bangs it into right field. McDougal struck him out last night. Case with a good approach, a good swing, and able to dump one into left. Now, I would imagine that Betancourt will be bunting here. But you never know.
Well, Betancourt was at the plate in the 6th inning, and Renicky put a squeeze on. Betancourt did not get the sign. He swung away, and Fielder was an easy out. Brewers had a runner at 3rd and 1 out at the time. 2 on, nobody out. Betancourt squares and takes a ball.
Well, James Loney is right on top of him as that ball gets to the hitting zone, so you figure he's going to be bunting toward Casey Blake. Don't have to hold the runner at first when there's 1st and 2nd. Wheels are turning. Eddie Cedar talking to Uni over there just to make sure he's got the signs right after missing the squeeze earlier.
Anxious moments again at Miller Park. The Brewers in a golden spot. Winning run at second base. McDougal delivers, and Uni takes a ball. 2-0 the count.
Well, you wonder if Renegie's going to take the bunt off because the Dodgers are way out of position even to start out with. Casey Blake crashing to home plate. You've got Jamie Carroll, who is essentially playing over in the hole. And there are open spots in that infield all over the place. 2-0 count. Let's see what the Brewers manager has up his sleeve here.
See Mark Kotze in the background getting loose. Uni trying to send the Brewers home a winner again.
Pitcher and catcher having a discussion. You've got Carroll and Miles having a talk. Eddie Cedar and Uneski.
Fielder with a short lead at second. And the 2-0. Betancourt takes the ball. 3-0 the count. And how does that change things?
I'll take one. No sign needed here. Just take a pitch. Make him throw you a strike.
Jerry Hairston Jr. is on deck. 3-0. And his ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Uneski Betancourt. And the Brewers have the bases loaded with nobody out. Winning run at third. And it's going to be Mark Kotze off the bench. He'll hit for Hairston. The Brewers have won 17 of their last 19 games. And a chance to add one to it right here. Fielder started it with a walk. McGee single. A 4-pitch walk to Uni B.
Kotze has been swinging the bat extremely well lately. A little bit surprised Don Mattingly doesn't have his left-hander ready to go in this situation. They've got Scott Elbert out in that bullpen. He came in last night and gave up a couple of home runs. And perhaps Barajas is out there to buy some time.
Barajas will chat with McDougal. Mark Kotze has a walk-off hit this year. That was July 8th against the Cincinnati Reds. Kotze is a pinch hitter, 7 for 27. That's a .259 batting average. Winning run at third. Infield in for the Dodgers. Bases loaded, nobody out. Dodgers will come to the plate on a ground ball. Kotze, base hit center field. Fielder will score, and this one is over. Another walk-off win for the Brew Crew. Mark Kotze comes through in the clutch. And the Brewers take a 7-game lead in the National League Central. A 2-1 final score tonight. And our Menards player of the game, Mark Kotze, and Rock, he waits no time getting it done.
That first pitch fastball right after a 4-pitch walk, and as shallow as Matt Kemp was, that was a bullet into center. He tried his best to pick it clean and make a throw into home plate, but just not able to come up with it. What another great game here at Miller Park tonight.
And let's kick it down to Telly Hughes with Mark Kotze.
All right, thanks, B.A. Mark reminded me we have to hurry up and do this so he won't get got, but we always talk about it. You're a professional hitter, and you're able to come in that spot. Does it ever get old, and what is your mindset when you're up there like that?
It never gets old. It's fun. This game, reason I signed up, to be a part of this club and help in whatever way I can to contribute to team success, and no better way than to step in with the bases loaded in the ninth.
What about this run you guys have been on? How magical has it been, just not only this run, but being a part of this team this season?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you can't describe it. We got a long way to go to accomplish our ultimate goal. We set out to get to the postseason, win a championship. That's still our mindset, but we know that, we've got to take care of business now and take one game at a time and never look ahead.
Thanks for your time, Mark.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, that's Mark Kotze coming up with the game winner tonight. And for the start of Brewers Live, let's send it up to Craig Kashan.
All right, Telly, thanks very much. And, boy, I tell you what, more than 37,000 happy as can be again. They love the low-scoring games because